Brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene. Hold on to this. Hey everybody, welcome to A Culinary Journey. This is Devon. I'm Luca. We're going to take you on a journey through, what's this, Devon?
Beef tenderloin.
Beef tenderloin. That's a big beef tenderloin, isn't it?
It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, you and me both. Anyway, this is a beef tenderloin, guys. We are going to break this down into different sections, and we're going to show you what to do with it. This is a cryovac piece of beef tenderloin. When we come back, we'll have taken the plastic off. If you want to start with this, you can break it down and use every single piece, and we'll show you how to do that. Devon will help me cut stuff up, right? A budding chef in his own right. And your beef tenderloin culinary journey starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. We just unwrapped our beef tenderloin, and my guest and helper today is Devon. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you excited to be here? Me?
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing a cooking show. Did you know? Look at that.
I'm kind of standing here. So.
Yeah, you are? All right, so this is the first thing I got to do is actually figure out what this is all about, right? This is the top part of the tenderloin. Here's the middle part where we get our beautiful filet mignon, you know, those beef tenderloin medallions.
Yeah, we're never rich enough to get those, so
no,
I've only heard of them.
Neither am I. But you know what? and you could do this with any cut of beef. I just had someone on my radio show this past week go to me, well, you know, what do you do? What's your cut for ground beef? Now, I serve beef tenderloin at the restaurant. And I don't buy them prepackaged, like they're all, because they cost way too much money. So what I try and do is utilize as much as the tenderloin as possible. Now what I'm doing right now is just cleaning off some of the fat that's on the outside. Now this is all really good. It's flavorful, it's wonderful to work with, and it makes the greatest hamburgers ever. I gotta tell you all about that in a little bit. So we'll just kind of cut some of that off, right? We gotta make sure we have some meat. You're gonna help me. You're gonna do some cubed, some of the cubes we're going to do. And then I'm going to do tenderloin. You're going to do cubes. We're going to do ground beef. And that's all going to be in these containers. And then we're going to cook them.
Okay.
Sounds cool? All right. So first things first, there's a big part over here that I like to get rid of and then utilize for beef tips because it does have a little bit more marbling through, not quite as tender as the center, say for a tenderloin, right? And this is why that some places charge so much money for these things, because they only buy this center part. So we're going to use this. That's going to be your job in a second, but I'll show you first what I want to do.
Great.
And then I'm going to take off what's called the chain. Now, there's a piece of fat. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a piece of fat that I can almost just rip off right here that just kind of runs the length of the tenderloin and will kind of just rip right off of it, which is a chain that has a lot of great meat on there. Look at that. That's beautiful meat. And some people might just get rid of this because they don't know what to do with it. It's like, oh, look at all this fatty meat. This is incredible ground beef right there, okay? All right. Now, we're going to trim off the ends because we'll use that for either or. Actually, go grab yourself a cutting board over there because this is getting smaller and smaller as we go. All right. So I'm going to put this in front of your cutting board, all right? And I'm going to finish off till I get to the right part of what I want to do with mine. So again, I'm going to take off some of the meat on the some of the fat on the bottom, and then just kind of keep going around until I see a lot. Really, what I want to end up with is this clean piece of meat with no fat on it. Now, the skin, or this kind of silver skinny fat that was right on the top, as long as it's soft and pliable, it's still yummy. So now what I'm going to do is you're going to get your hands dirty at the same time. You're going to just start from here, cut straight down, right? And you're going to cut like little pieces of stew meat, right? You talked about doing stew at one point, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is this your first time doing that?
Well, not on a cooking show. But
Oh, you've done this on the cooking show before? Or yes, on a cooking show?
yeah.
That's okay. This is my first time doing this too. All right. So I'm going to keep taking all this beautiful meat off that I don't need for my beef tenderloin medallions, right? So, and I'm going to kind of work with it. You know, the knife itself will, for me, just kind of take off some of the fatty pieces, and I'm going to try and keep it as nice as possible. And then I'll switch it over. How are we doing over there? We getting nice cubes out of there?
Well, I think so.
All right, you're doing a great job. Now, here's the important part when you're doing any type of breaking down of meat, especially beef tenderloin. Since it doesn't have a lot of fat on it, you really want to leave just a little bit on, okay? Some of these tenderloins are a little more broken up than others. Some come out perfect. But what you want to do is just leave a little bit of fat on, because fat is what? Do you know what fat gives to meat?
Flavor.
Dude, home run. Pound it. There you go. All right, that's what you do when your hands are dirty. And you have knives in your hands. Can you imagine high-fiving just now? That would have hurt. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Definitely wouldn't have felt good.
No, not at all. All right. You doing all right there?
What do I do with this thing? With this stuff that's like hard?
Oh, nice. Well, give it to me on this side. We'll grind some of that up.
Okay, so I'll just
All
cut
right.
it
Yeah,
off.
just kind of cut it right off. Look at that. All right. So this is what we're going to do. He's cutting up those. There'll be some on here we could use still for our stew meat. You fry or stew meat. When I talk about stew, it's a quick cooking stew. It's just searing off these wonderful tender beef tenderloins. And I, from the center here, starting from the center, I'm going to cut right in the middle. Check that out. Look how beautiful that is. All right? And I'm going to make these fun medallions that are really easy to cook. And it's just going to be absolutely wonderful. So this is what's going on. He's going to finish cutting those. I'm going to finish cutting my little medallions here, which we're going to simply treat with some extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice. So let's clean that up just a little bit. And you don't have to be as meticulous as some people can be with getting a perfect cut, but it doesn't hurt. Look at that. Oh, and this could all be frozen down and used anytime you want. Oh, these look beautiful. So I'm going to finish that. He'll finish this. We'll get some off of there. We'll have this ground when we come back. We'll grind this off there. We'll come back. We'll have a plate of ground beef that is gorgeous, plate of beef tenderloin medallions, and Devon's own cubed beef tenderloin tips. And when we come back, we're actually going to make a burger, a pan-seared beef medallion, and a pasta dish with beef tips that you will love. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Say bye.
Bye.
Watch what you're cutting.
I know what I'm cutting.
Okay, be careful. Hey everybody, welcome back. You're really holding that thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool?
This dude's awesome.
He is awesome. Who is he? Tell everybody.
This is Swedish Chef from the Muppets.
Can you do his imitation?
I used to be able to, but
Try it now. Good shot.
I tried it like a few days ago and I failed epically.
Did you?
Yeah.
Epic fail? All right, put him back then. Don't let him fail. He's always on the set, making sure I'm happy right there, back there, my Swedish chef guy. All right, so this is what we're doing. Look what we got. Beef tips.
Beef tips.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
Beef tenderloin.
Beef tenderloin.
That's all for me.
Oh, whatever.
The rest is for you. All right, so this is what we're going to make. We're here. This is Devon. I'm Luca. This is a culinary journey in case you just happen to tune into us and go, what's going on here? Swedish chef. Crazy stuff. Devon's going to help me. He's going to make a burger. But we're going to season it up a little bit, right? You want to put some salt and black pepper in there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And here's your salt. No, that's black pepper. Just kidding. And then,
How much do I want to put in there?
I don't know. Let's do about that much.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's good. Okay, yeah.
All right. And then do about 5 turns of that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put in too, let me sneak in real quick, a little Worcestershire. Worcestershire makes everybody happy. Yummy stuff. Doing all right? Looking good? All right, now you got to get your hands in there and start moving it around. While you're doing that, what I'm going to do, show you what you can do with the tips is an amazing pasta. I was going to make you go get the pasta. I can't make you get that now. Dude, you're
Oh,
the one
what
with the dirty hands. Just go ahead. Keep going.
Oh,
All right, so
Jesus.
while you're making the burger, I'm going to make this incredible pasta, and we're going to use these beef tenderloin tips that Devon worked on for us. Devon, just make sure you take a little more of that off, okay? On the next time, just try and keep them nice and clean. A little bit of fat is good, but too much, then they'll sear up. That little silver skin is what ended up in here in our burger. And what's great about what it does in there, when you grind it, and you could buy your own grinder now. Hey, let's put that on a little bit higher. You can buy your own grinders now, even a handheld or electric grinder, where you grind your own burger meat, right? Freeze it, and you have fresh, amazing burger meat. And there's a great blend. It has a little more fat in it than what you do normally, what you would buy that lean one. But a good burger needs a lot of fat. You having fun? You all done? Is it mixed up?
I think so.
All right, make me a patty. Play-Doh. Make me a patty about a little bit bigger than that square. All right, it's like Play-Doh?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to sear.
You could have a meatball fight with this thing.
You sure? Yeah. Well, look, that's another thing you can make with this. You can make meatball. I'm just so glad we're not having meatball fights all of a sudden. All right, so we're going to sear off with a little bit of salt on it. No, don't even think about it. All right.
Is that good?
Yeah, that looks good. Make me a couple of those.
Where do I put it?
Right there. You're good at this. All right. We're going to sear off our meat on both sides, and then we're going to take it out of here because we don't want to overcook it. Thing about when you do have pieces of beef tenderloin for a pasta dish like this is you don't have to cook it all the way. You can cook it to like medium rare or even medium, and it'll still stay nice and tender. So we're just going to get a nice little sear on either side. That sear is also going to add flavor to our pasta dish that we're making. All right, look at that. We'll get that cooking. While that's searing, nice job, buddy. You're doing all right. While that's searing, I'm going to julienne a little bit of shallot here. What's up? You shaking your head at me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you didn't invite me on this show for nothing.
Oh, just to shake your head at me? We'll
No,
do a little bit of
You
garlic.
invited me on this show so that I could cook.
You are cooking.
I am cooking.
Yeah, wait till you make the burger later. We're going to play it. We're going to figure something out to do with that, too. But these are my ingredients that are in my sauce. You ready? You're going to help me with finishing the sauce, too. You ready for that?
I thought we were going to put that in there.
No, blue cheese is for the burger, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till you see what we're going to do there. So these are my ingredients I need, right?
That's
I got
a
a little
big
bit of
burger.
garlic. What's that?
That's a big burger.
That's way too big. But we'll fix that a little bit. So I got my shallots, my garlic, and my parsley, right? I need some. Can you wipe your hands and then go get me some pasta too?
Yep.
You can do it. Just don't touch the pasta. We're going to take the beef out of here while we do the next part of this, right? And some of it's kind of still on the rare side, but once we put it in as the sauce is cooking down, you'll love it. The other reason why you wouldn't want the beef to cook into the sauce, perfect, right there, bud. Why you don't want the beef to cook in the sauce right at the beginning, it's actually going to boil the beef. Now here, let's put that big piece of garlic in there. Now, why don't we want to boil the beef? What do you think that does to the beef? Do you know?
It makes it fall apart.
It actually goes the other way.
Oh,
So
really?
you know how you like making stews, right? And the reason why you slow cook it for a long time, you get a meat that has a lot of fat and it breaks down, right?
Yeah.
And it makes it fall apart by cooking a long time. But if you only cook it for a short amount of time, it gets tougher. So right away, the meat kind of starts boiling and seizing up. It gets really tough. You're good? Your hands all right?
Smell like Worcestershire.
That's nice. That's good.
It's like a new cologne.
It's the Worcestershire cologne.
Yeah, you just get up.
How's that smell? Does it smell good so far? Yeah? All right, we're going to add a couple of ingredients. Ready?
Yep.
We're going to deglaze with a little port wine. You know what happens when you deglaze with port wine?
Yeah.
What? Nothing. No, I thought so too. Maybe I could get it. Nah, I don't think I got anything there. There it is. Did you bring your s'mores?
I wish.
Don't you wish? That's like the best bonfire ever.
I know.
Cool. All right, we'll let that reduce down. We have the wine reducing down. And the only other thing we're going to need to add to this, you have it over there. Let me get some cream. Did you want to put some gorgonzola in here? Some blue cheese in here?
Why?
All right, let's do it. Let's wait. Let's let this reduce down. Use a little bit of that cream, and then we're going to let this kind of settle in. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to throw a couple of things of pasta in here, all right? While that's kind of open it up. That's a fresh pasta. Look at that. It's fresh pasta, but done in a nest and kept frozen. And then I just put it in there, and in a couple minutes, it's totally cooked. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. This will kind of come together. We'll go away and come right back. This will come together. We add that and that, the spinach, the gorgonzola, and we'll eat it.
Kind of looks like ketchup and mayonnaise.
It looks like ketchup and mayonnaise.
And milk.
All that hard work, $40,000 a year wasted. Anyway, we'll be right back because Devon's going to make a ketchup and mayonnaise sauce later. Now, we got it coming in. We got some beef, ketchup and mayonnaise, and we have a burger with some blue cheese. We'll do it in a minute. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Devon and I are like getting caught while we're hanging out talking. That's your pan, Devon.
Awesome.
What are you going to do with that?
I own a pan.
No, you don't own that one. Trust me. Not
I'm
yet.
going to make a burger.
So, you want to make a burger, that's right. So what do you think about this? Check this out real quick. I put the pasta in there, and I'm kind of coating that great sauce we made with the pasta, putting the beef back in. Oh, dude, you don't know. This is pretty fun. Look at that, right? What did you want to add to that, Devon?
The cheese.
Yeah, the cheese. Let's blue cheese stuff.
Yeah.
Just let that melt in there just for a little bit. Oh, you are the man. Great dish. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, you need to make one dish for me. All right, you're gonna make me a burger. Now you had kind of seasoned these, what? Salt, pepper, Worcestershire, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna put a little dent in it. You know why I'm putting a dent in it?
So you can put other stuff in it.
Well, kind of that too. But you know the other thing that happens with burgers is that when they cook, and we'll put that on medium high. When they cook, they tend to like plump in the middle. And what we're doing is by making that dent, it kind of makes it a nice even burger. So you're in charge of watching that. Find that spatula over there. You're in charge of watching that.
This thing's huge.
I know. We have a big budget on this show. There you go. Let me show you what this looks like. Oh, this is Devon's creation.
Ow, that hurts.
You watch, it's gonna. Wow, that hurts. All right. Well, you gonna be right there? Turn it down a little bit.
It's okay. It's just I'm avoiding the oil.
All right, now I'm going to show you something. You know, see this pan that you're using? It doesn't have one of these handles on it, so it doesn't get hot. So, you play baseball?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When I play baseball, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Perfect. So this is where you put your mitt, right? This is my baseball mitt at all times in the kitchen. See that? I grab every pan with my left hand. You know why?
Because you're used to it.
And I always have a rag on my left hand, so no matter how hot this pan gets, I won't burn myself. What do you think about that?
Ow! It's the oil. You lied.
Well, I wasn't really lying. The oil got you. You're not supposed to just stand there forever. All right, so we're going to cook up, what about 3 or 4 or 5 of these or 6 of these? How are we doing? You ready to flip that over?
Hold on a minute. I got it.
You got it? Let me sneak over there real quick. Okay, flip it. Oh, that's a nice burger, buddy. We're going to put that on low so it cooks all the way through. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of oil in this pan, right? And then we're going to sear off these tenderloins. You're going to love this. You got a nice little sear on these beef tenderloin medallions. Look at that. We did everything in pans. You know, like people think they have to pull out grills or what have you. You really don't. You can do everything on the top of the burner, make a big mess, and then let mom or dad or somebody else clean it up, right?
Yeah.
I like that. I like the way you're thinking. All right. So while you do that, I'm going to eat a piece of this. No? No. All right, not yet.
No, that's for display at this point.
Oh, it is? Dude, where'd you do with all my tongs? Oh, here goes one. All right. We're going to sear it on each side. Now, listen, this is what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to butter baste these. You like butter?
It's okay.
Really? Well, good thing you're not having any of these. I just realized I didn't make one for Lee. Let's get that in there too. All right, a little salt and pepper on either side. You know what butter basting is?
Well, I'm guessing it's putting butter in there.
Yeah. And then taking the butter and kind of letting it help cook what you're doing. So for instance, right, I got a sear on one side. I'm going to flip this over. How do you like your steak cooked?
Well, What?
What do I do now? I can't cook a well-done steak. Anyway, you're gonna get it. You're gonna learn how to eat it less than well. What do I do? I don't know how to cook a well-done steak. That's called forgetting it. It's not even well done. All right, see if there's a big spoon in there for me.
Okay.
In that drawer right there.
So where do I put this thing?
What's that?
Where do I put this thing?
What about that thing?
Huh?
Oh, I need a spoon for me.
Okay.
Not being very helpful. Oh, now you are. There you go. All right, good? We're all good?
Yeah.
Right, so this is butter basting right here, buddy.
Yeah.
Butter on the top and butter on the bottom and butter all over.
I think it's cooked through.
You think? You're good with that?
Yeah.
It's not going to be well done, but that's okay. You need to eat it differently. All right, so let's do this.
Actually,
Let's
it's
try
kinda
out your
falling
burger.
apart.
What's that?
It's kind of falling apart.
It is? Don't push it like that. No. Don't eat. Didn't they ever tell you not to play with your food?
It's not my food yet.
It will be. You like blue cheese, you said?
Yeah.
You're going to find out. Got some blue cheese. We got some baby spinach on top. Are we talking about love right there? This is the best thing in the world right now.
Except for some people.
For what? They wouldn't like this?
No, they don't like the green stuff.
You don't like the green stuff? Oh, other people that might be watching right now?
Yeah.
We're not worried about them. We're worried about us. Put that on there. Oh. All right. Got that? Look at that. Come on over here. We'll do our last piece de resistance. We'll see how these butter-basted, yummy beef tenderloin medallions look. Look at that. I'll put that on a plate right here. Now we're going to let them rest. Do you know what letting them rest does?
Cools them down.
A little bit. Now, when they're cooking, like the meat gets all agitated, like it's cooking, it's getting hot, a lot of stuff going on, right? But by letting them rest, what you're doing is letting all the juices kind of settle down and relax. So you never really want to cut into meat too early. If you cut into meat too early, it all just kind of runs all over the place, unless it's well done. And there's no juice to run anywhere, so what's the difference, right? All right, so we basted it with butter. We have, let's put a little extra virgin olive oil on top of it. You have any lemon? Do we have any lemon anywhere?
Well, you ought to.
Yeah, I ought to. It's my show, right?
Yeah.
How's your catcher's mitt working? Liking
Good.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. And in Italy, where I grew up spending some summers, this is as simple and as wonderful as it gets. Extra virgin olive oil, beef tenderloin medallions. This is an American classic, and I can't wait to dive into that and that. What'd you think? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Want to do it again sometime?
Yeah.
Cool. Talk to Lee. I'll get you your own show.
Okay.
Come on closer. Get a fork. I'll get you a fork. Want to say goodbye to everybody after you take a bite, or now?
I guess we'll boast a little bit.
Okay, you take a bite. I'll take a bite. And we hope you enjoyed yourselves. We're going to eat all this beef for just the two of us, and we'll see you next time.
On Culinary Journey.
Good job on a culinary journey. brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene.